Hey, friends out there, this is Thursday, October 21st, 2021, 10/21/21. And it is just about almost 17 minutes past 5 in the morning here in Northern California. Yes, I said 5. Don't ask me. Well, we're finally getting some rain around here. People have been pretty concerned, feeling guilty about taking showers. We don't have to do that anymore. But it's practically record breaking dryness around here. People's wells have been drying up. It's been getting kind of dire and dicey. But all that is alleviated now for people here, and we're able to share more water. Of course, we have to share with people downstream. You know that LA takes an awful lot of water, and they're not getting the rainfall to provide for the millions of people that live in Southern California. There's no way. But anyhow, friends, listen, I'm going to get into a few different things as usual today. And I wanted, of course, my main gist of why I started doing this thing, this vlog, is to help people understand basic economic principles and the tie between that reality, whatever that reality is for us as individuals and collectively, into their sense of freedom. I say sense of freedom because really that's what it comes down to, how free you feel. And a lot of this has to do with our cost of living, the burden, the price on merely getting a human being to pay the piper. And what we're seeing in the news today is this push towards saying, you know what, it's just the way it is, and, COVID. Really, demand should be down. I mean, we've lost 700,000 people here in America. So, I mean, you got to imagine that all that those people were using before that they needed supplied to them, those living people are gone now. So you'd think it'd go the other direction. You see, but because of the way the government has manipulated things, this is the method of modern day slavery, the normalization thereof. That's really what it all comes down to. That's why it's so imperative, essential to understand basic, fundamental economic principles and what is supposed to happen organically in a capitalistic, supply and demand based economy, and what is not supposed to happen. And in a nutshell, I could tell you, for one thing, is that your money, if we're making even an iota of progress as a purportedly civilized society, right, learning to live more and more in harmony and fairness, right, and sharing the wealth, right, with the people that are generating the wealth, primarily the workers, the productive class at the bottom rung of the economic ladder, then your money goes up in worth. It doesn't matter how slowly, how gradually, but that is an indication, that is evidence of progress. Okay, that we're becoming civilized more and more, and it's becoming more and more fair, more and more egalitarian. We're sharing the wealth that's being created, that's being generated by the population. And we're seeing the opposite happen. And that's not happening organically, my friends. That's happening on purpose, by deliberation, careful, scientific, engineered deliberation by evil men. You understand? It's all about slavery. It's all about keeping you under their thumb. By them becoming more and more relevant, you need them more and more. You need money more and more and more. And they control the purse strings. Do you understand? You can never feel free if you're feeling financially overburdened. You understand? And that's exactly what they're doing. And I've watched this thing unfold my whole life. Okay, there's been periods in history when we've had a reprieve from these monsters. It's usually happened through violence, through bloody revolts and revolutions. This time is different. I really do believe, I'm speaking biblically. I look at the book of Daniel in the Bible, yes, the Bible, the scriptures, the last chapter. And this is a time in history where knowledge is greatly increased. So these evil men, they see the writing on the wall. They know they're going down. They know the very hand, the finger of God is in the mix here. And there's not a ding-dang thing they can do about it. And they are hating life. So what they're trying to do is pass on that misery. That's their method of operation, their MO. Is just pass it on. Pass it on. Pick on some group of people, right? In the past, historically, right? They're in your face. Well, we'll pick on this color or that color and subjugate them. But now with COVID, it's still emblematic of these people, indicative of these people, archetypal of these people, these evil men at the uppermost echelons of power in this world. Now you're second-class citizens. You haven't gotten a vaccination. Oh no, we're justifiably going to discriminate against you. You better believe it. No soup for you. You didn't get the shot, man. You understand? So they've gotten creative. This is what I refer to as that deep subterfuge they've had to go into to remain on top and remain the slaver class, controlling the purse strings of society. They've dragged us down this demonic rabbit hole toward hell a long way. And it's only by the very hand, the finger of God, that we have hope and encouragement. And that's what I want to offer today. That's what God put in my heart, is that you can understand that the good guys are going to win this thing eventually. That God, the spirit thereof, through the righteous men and women out there in the world, okay, as his servants, as his friends, and by extension, your friends to humanity and vice versa. It's all part and parcel. When you're a friend and a servant to humanity, automatically you're a friend and servant to God. Okay, and if you're a friend and servant to God, you're automatically, by default position, by extension, a servant and a friend to humanity. Okay, and you do what you got to do. You're looking at every human being. You're trying your best. I realize that you can't treat everybody like your own children or a relative. We can't afford to all give them the same gifts, and I get that. But what I'm talking to about is, in the long run, metaphysically, metaphorically speaking, your heart is ready to share the wealth that God has imbued us with, endowed us with, granted us on planet Earth. That wealth, if you were God, you put yourself in his position, it's not hard to understand the heart and mind of God then. Okay, like a supreme parent, male and female. That's why I refer to God, to him. It doesn't matter. God is an entity, an all-powerful, all-consuming entity that has created the universe and everything contained therein, all the galaxies, all the solar systems, all the life, the flora and the fauna, the light itself. Okay, all your five senses. Everything you could ever enjoy and experience is because you were granted life. So who do you thank for life and liberty and your determination to pursue happiness? Okay, you thank God for that. Right values. Yeah, you've got issues just like I do and everybody else does. You've got weaknesses, Achilles heels, and you got sin and all that crap, but you know you don't want it. What are the drivers? What makes people want to escape the malevolent reality that's been foisted upon them from birth? You got to pay this arbitrary thing called a cost of living, which no other creature is burdened by. And we're to say that this all makes sense somehow? You know what kind of misery these people wreak upon the populations? They're taking away their hope, their very will to live. You know, that's what it does to a lot of people. You think it's a joke? You think cost of living, inflation, currency debasement is a joke? And I got to listen to the mainstream media telling you it's a good thing that housing values are going up? Yeah, let them try that with food. Let them try that with food. You say, well, that's not, you can't compare that. Yes, I can. They're both essential human needs. I sure as hell can. Let them try it even with gasoline, a non-essential human need. Let's hear it. Hey, the value of your gas is going up, and that's a good thing. When the majority of California residents are renters, I still got to hear this crap being spewed. Housing values. How about the egg values, man? And the milk values, wow, they're going up. That's a good thing. Well, it is if you're a shareholder, isn't it? You got to understand how this game works. So who benefits from driving up your cost of living? Follow the money. Evil men. And they're manipulating things. They got an army of piss ants following them, minions, some winning, some not. Inadvertently, advertently following these monsters because they think it's a path of least resistance. Well, at least I'm on the winning team. I got on the bandwagon. So sorry for you. But I'm riding this thing as far as I can. It's the right thing to do. That's what they tell me. And they keep on proving that they've got the clout because they keep on healing the criminals. They keep on, we're going to make sure the landlords are well heeled. All these people that didn't pay their rent, we told them stop paying your rent. See, we don't want, it's going in their pockets. It's benefiting them. These damn politicians, I'm telling you, would be better off without any of them. Look, keep your local police department. Keep your local sheriff's department. I'm fine with law and order because what's the alternative? Okay, lawlessness and disorder. So we need some semblance. We need those kind of men to stand up and be willing to die for perfect strangers. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, but these pissant politicians, we could get rid of the whole lot of them. Do you understand? We, the people, could deal with our own treasury. We could get rid of mayors. We could get rid of supervisors and city council. We could get rid of governors and legislators and congress people and senate and the executive. For all I care, you can all take a slow boat to China. That's where you belong. Maybe North Korea. Because you're anti-American as it gets, as far as I'm concerned. What's befallen my beloved, cherished nation, America, sickens me. And listen, I've had to watch this. You think I'm short-tempered? I'm not short-tempered. Since I was 5 years old. I'm 63 years old now. Is that a sufficient amount of time for me to feel a sense of indignation at evil men continuing to roll over the righteous men? Run roughshod over them? I'm sick and tired